How are you? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Helena, as usual, and I come by your side to address an issue which I found it needs to be addressed because some of us have never known that they are tearing, they are hurting others by doing what they are doing. The title of my topic today is Things That You Expect After Divorce or Separation. And it's based on 4 main subtitles. One thing that you expect after, even before, if there are some people that are near you, and that is why sometimes it's very good to keep quiet. And I really understand why people they keep quiet and they move from their marriage, especially when you are a public figure. There is this issue that people they are expecting you to keep. They are expecting you to keep on updating them on the issues or about your life. And this may not be easy when it's come to a point that you and your spouse or your loved or you are even in courtship that the whole process did not went through. Because this is the time that you know the real friend and the fake friend. And one of the things that you expect to come across when you divorce or even before you do it, there are some people that, there are some friends, there are friends that may tend to, or you have believed they are your friends, but they are your friends in quote. Because when you will know your true friends, you know your true sisters and brothers, you will know even the kind of parents that you have. When you are in a situation that you need people's help, this is the time you realize that so and so is not my friend. That is why, especially as women, we tend to open to our fellow women. And I was a victim before, with an expectation that these people may help you, or not normally with the cash, but what you are trying to one thing, you try to release what is inside you before it eats you. So you are trying to share your problem with your very close. It may be relative and friends. And some of these friends, especially friends, family members, it's unless someone is sick in the head, if you really care about your family member, you don't leak some informations before it's come out. If you are wise enough. But we have some strange friends that the moment these are the friends that they are just there when you they want things from you. That is when you know that which are your real friends when such situations, when you are in troubles. And these things that you expect before or even after you divorce or separation, they are very keyword. One thing I tell you that you must expect fake news or gossip. Gossip, when we talk about gossip, is a leakage. A good friend of you that you opened to and share about what is happening between you, especially we women. I told you that we tend to share some things with our fellow women, expecting to get advice from them, but instead they go behind. They have also their, women. They are very interesting creatures, because you may think that this woman that you call your best friend is your best friend, but you may be very wrong that she has a best friend, but you were thinking that you are her best friend. Nowadays, I've seen this kind of friendship that people, their friendships are in categories. Their friend, you may think somebody is your friends because you always have some interest together, like going out, and you mistake interest with friendship. You think that I am your friend because we share some interest, but it may not be the case. We may be friends in that interest, but I am not your best friend. Do you get it? We have friends. We have the way we have, like, even these internet families, and somebody may be my internet family, my follower, because he or she like what I do. It's the same thing when it's come to friendships. You may think that we are friends because we share some interests, but in real life, I'm not taking you as a friend. And if you mistake that one and the interest friend with a real friend, then you go tell somebody that person, you thinking you're a friend, but she's your interest, or you share something in common. You have something in common that bring you together. That is where leakage come in, because she will go and share that information with her best friend, and you know how things they circulate. So this is an advice to women, especially because when it matters things about a family, we know a family starts with a two, and then extend it extend and they be children. Those are the fruits of love. Then we have our extended family. When it's come issues in family, it is even very good to sit as a family. Like when you have issues with your husband, like you are planning to separate or to divorce, it is very good to sit. I know it's a very challenging moment, because when people come to an extent of separating and divorce, some may be even be very they may be very weak, that they cannot address the issue that time, and that's why some things go wrong, because if you have reached to that extent that you cannot communicate, because I find it very good to say like this, or to share, despite that you and your spouse, you are separating. I think you should even discuss, and you should even, I think it's good to tell it, even if you cannot sit down anymore and discuss issues. I think if you feel it in your heart that you're convinced to tell him or her, despite that we have decided to go forward with separation or divorce, this information should not be shared. It should stand between us two for a moment. I think it's wisdom to tell and to come to agreement. You don't have to sit down, but it's good to mention for the sake of because this gossip, they tear, because maybe my spouse was not expecting me to my spouse was not expecting to hear this information, and I did not even consider him. I did not even ask him before I go telling my friends. You see where the problem comes in, that I did not consider to ask my spouse or my boyfriend or whatever, or my husband. I just went out telling information to my friends. And it may be shocking to him that he did not, men, especially women, we should learn how to keep quiet. Men, they don't talk as much we do. So it is very good to mention when are you going to release the news about this thing, because many people, they are hurted when such information, especially those people who are public figures. And you may not be even a public figure. You may just be I've met people, like, even themselves, they are singles, and even themselves, they have left their relationship, and you hear them talking nonsense, and some of them, in fact, they are saved, they are born again in spiritual field, but you hear somebody saying, like, talking things that are not true. Because some of these people, when they hear about the news, they will judge you that I knew that girl, she's going to be divorced, she's proud, her pride cannot let her hold the husband. And maybe some of these people that you have shared your information, they have gotten you lonely. One thing I'll tell you, even you may be a very, very lucky counselor, because like most of the people that are saint and born again, if such issues arise, even before they go to counselor, they go to their spiritual fathers and mothers, and they address the issues. Maybe, and there are some issues that are never, there are some issues that are very secretive, especially when it's come into things like conjugalite, sex issues. You may, most of the divorce, they have very strange, in fact, most of the people, they know the shallow issue of the divorced, but most of the main issue was people's divorce. Do you know that these two, they never address it? They will never. It is very rare cases that these people open up to an extent of telling a pastor or a counselor. Remember when people, they come to this decision of separating. These are not the issues that have started yesterday. So there may be bundles of issue why these people are separating. And most of these people, they don't address the very, very main issues, because some of them, like conjugalite and sexual weaknesses, even you as a counselor or a pastor, even if they tell you, what can you help? It may be a disease. It may be that it may be some other things that are causing it not to work. So even if they tell you, and that is why you see that a very cruel, like a very wise couples, they know who to tell who, because even if you may tell pastors about your partner sexual inabilities. Maybe it can, if I think it's very good to mention about it, if the Spirit of the Lord have revealed unto you that it is something that is spiritual, and according to the level of your belief, that we know that even diseases are healed. It may be depending on the kind of spiritual parent that you have, but it is not an easy things to be addressed by. Especially that is why you see that most of the people they tend, and they are advised to go to a counselor. It may not be uneasy to take your partner to your pastor, because these persons, they are people that you respect. It's like some issues you cannot, the way you cannot address these issues with your biological parent, it may not be easy for you to address these issues with your spiritual parent. So those are some of the reasons why you may never know the main agenda of the divorce. Even those people that are gossiping and talking, you know, some people they talk about, they talk it like they know it, but they don't know it. They don't know it. And that is why you see, we wise people, they don't, even if I prefer that to some extent you may come out and tell people this is how we live it, how we live, I and my father or my mother, my children mother, my children father, this is how we live. But I prefer that from the beginning it not be a public thing, because at that moment the divorce and separation is taking place, you are already hurt, you are in pain, your heart is broken. Most of the people, I've met people that they judge so much. They think like, yeah, especially if you are a career woman, you have, it's like, you know, like myself, I found people misjudging me very much, because me, I talk, and I'm not the kind of shy women. I'm not in that group. And some people, they may think that I've had even my fellow saint. Somebody just telling me, mention, I don't know whether it was a joke, but even the Bible tells us that jokes does not belong to saints. And it's good to guard your mouth, because you may just throw a word in the middle of everything and you think that it was not noted, but it was noted. Like I said, myself, I met my people telling me that, thinking that I'm proud, because I say, one thing I told you from the beginning, the Scandinavian nation told me, and they have taught me, is to be honest. I hate hypocrisy. I love to be honest. And I talk out of honesty. And I found people thinking that I am proud, because I say things the way they are. If you are born again, why should you be a hypocrite? Why should you be the one that will be talking fake news and some things that they are not even encouraged? Some things to break people's heart. So I tell you that one thing that you expect when the moment that the news will come out, maybe it's you people who break the news or the people that you have told. Expect so many fake news that will come out. Yeah, this is the reason why they are separating. This is the reason why they are divorcing. They talk so many things. Even they are not sure of. And if you're wise enough that it is good to give people that moment, they talk. And in case someone asks you, tell him or her, me, I'm not yet gotten those news. Avoid. I love in fact how Betty handled her issue of separation with her former husband Kanyari, because that woman, she was wise enough that she did not even love the way, this public figure, they go in public and they talk about it. Even the time the people were gossiping from north, south, east, and west, she was very neutral. And I think that is one way to silence people. Because they are doing this, trying to jumpstart you to talk about the issue. Even if you see the whole thing is spreading in the news, both on internet and all over, even in the media, don't just ignore it. Just assume that you have seen nothing and continue until you feel that, even if you don't feel, it is not a must. It is not a must that you address your issue. You are not obligated to answer anyone. Where they got those news, they can go and gather further informations. Because they seem like they know much than the people that are involved. So when they ask you, tell them where you got those news. Go get furthermore. Even me, I'm interested. You can even enjoy them and tell them. Even me, I think I'm interested to hear what you know, because I don't know. Even I had those news with you. And if you have time, please can you tell me some more? It is very good to silent people, because today when you meet people, and I've realized this, even in the church, they are very good. They are very, I don't know what kind of spirit is in even in the church. When you meet people everywhere at the place of work, me, I don't like somebody asking me about my marital status. I don't like somebody ask me what I do for earning. I don't like somebody ask me about my family issues. If I have not told you, that is none of your business, and you should keep off. That is my life, and that is my life. So these issues of people being eager to know where you work, are you married, and in case you are married, they want to go deep and search whom you are married to. Keep off from others people's life. What are you digging to know? These are the kind of people that they want to collect information so that they have the whole data. So when they'll be attacking you, they know the kind of weaknesses. These are the people that they look at your weaknesses and to use them as a weapon to attack you. So it is not even worthy to go talking about your issues with anybody anyhow. Another thing you expect when you separate or you divorce is that you lose friends. Especially these couples friends where you use like to go out with their children. You go like couples with their children. Some people may think that, I don't know that spell it. Now they are divorced. We have to keep them off. We have to keep them off. And I found that one so evil. That you have just quit from somebody's relationship because these couples, they have divorced. Even instead of keeping that friendship, maybe by keeping that friendship, because most of the people, they don't know when people they divorce. Especially because of the reasons, when you see people coming to a point they must divorce. These people might have tried for a hard time to try to work it out and even get some help. Like people, they think that the social governments, those even the psychologists and those people, they don't give you a many on what to do. They don't give you, like, if you do this, they don't tell you. It's not like a laboratory, a chemistry thing that you mix and get the result. They just advise you. But even them, I found it it's a quite one thing, because in some developed nations there are rules that they have to take in precautions. And one of the rules is when you go to seek help as a couple, they cannot side with the woman nor a man. They are obligated according to the rule. They stand in the middle, they listen to you. And sometimes I found many wanting they don't have even a solution. They don't even have a solution. Sometimes I found it even meaningless to go seek, because how many people have seek that, and even the undeveloped nations. In fact, there you pay. In the developed nations, services are offered free. There is family guidance for the society. But you may even going and paying for a psychologist who say that he's marriage specialist, but you still see this person is wanting. Because some people, they are like road. They talk what they don't know. And that's why I tell people that if there is difference between, when some people were reading medicines, there is a difference of putting a catheter to a dory, something that cannot react when it's pain, and there is difference between theory and practical. Even some of these people that they will go to and seek advice to, they have never gone through these things, and they may not, they have the theology of it, but they lack practical. They have never been in their shoes. So it is very hard. It's like, sometimes you tell a patient, I understand, but some patients may be very wise to tell you that, yeah, I know that you understand, but it is not easy for you to be in that. It is not, and in fact, it is impossible for you to be in that situation that I am, because it is my body which is feeling where you cannot have the same feeling. Experience what I'm experiencing. I cannot get it in your head, despite that you are learned. The things that I'm going through, maybe you understand by theory, but for me they are happening practically, and some to understand. Do you know that one is very true? It's very true, because despite that you have learned, you have the full information. This is how that disease react, and the symptoms, and even all those. But the person who can really tell how was it is the patient. So some of these courses, they are good, they are there, but some people, I have found them wanting, because some people, they stand it because their career is a good thing, but it's not easy. So some people, they give you advice and you understand, you don't even understand. Is this what you got school for? Okay, you find it time wasting. Anyway, it's like the way we have some friends. You have to know your friends, because some friends, they tend to be your friends, but they are not friends. So you may expect to lose some of these friends, especially the very serious couple. Some may keep off because of some reasons. In fact, if you find it like you are afraid to a couple that is having issues, and they are trying to put you in between there, like the man is sharing with you information about the woman, and they are trying to bring you in the conflict. That one I can actually understand. It is very good to keep off and let them, so that you not be the blame and you not make it worse. To that extent, I understand it's very good to keep off. it is very good to keep off from everything so that you give them time, so that you don't worsen the conditions. So you can lose friends, and even the friends you lose, even your children, they can lose friends, because maybe they used to mingle with their friends' children. So the whole family, they lose. And not even friends. You may lose even some of the family members, especially those people that are a little bit complicated, especially. That is why I tell people, when it comes to relations, keep boundaries, even for your parent, because most of these relationship and divorce, they are worse by our family members and our friends, because your spouse side is trying to. There are some people they cannot agree with the reality. They are trying to support what is fake, especially women. I found us wanting. You may be supporting your daughter or your son, but deep inside you, you know that what that woman, because every mother know. If I say like my son's wife come and tell me, this is what I am getting, because that I believe that is a wise and a good daughter I would love to keep. If she come and tell me, Mom, I think I have an issue with the son. What is the issue? Then I'll do everything myself to try to help that daughter, because if you see her coming to me, it means that she's concerned about her marriage. And that is why sometimes it's hard when you had people gossiping about others people's separation, and they're like, even like, it's like they are very happy about it. You and Satan, there is no difference. Some people may have worked very much to try to support it. They have done all their best. And there you are gossiping and talking some shit about the people. You are like the devil. You are very happy when things go wrong. You may be happy, but you don't know what tomorrow holds for you. So make boundaries for your friends and your family members. Separate what you can tell out of the boundaries of your some things. They are not even supposed to leave that bedroom. If your head is sober, some things are not even supposed to leave that bedroom. They're supposed to be between you and your spouse, and that is all. That is all. And because today people are very eager to ask about everything, don't dare tell anybody issues about your bedrooms. Even a sober woman, even if it doesn't work, it is very good to keep it in heart. Because we know how much a man is degraded if he cannot perform it. He feel like he can lack money and he does not feel the same weight. But for a man that he cannot do that action, it means the whole world for men. And if it comes to that extent, woman, be wise. You may not be able to handle, and you decide to walk out. But can you keep your mouth shut? Some things are not the things that you go opening your mouth anyhow. Same case to women, to men. Some issues are not supposed to be known by... It's supposed to be between you, her, him, God, and all those the witness in the realm of spirit. And that is all. Another issue that comes when people separate. Most of the people, they think that separation, and that's why I tell these people that they treat others. Be wise and think and rethink about it. You may I have seen these ones with women. They are wanting. I'm one of them, but we have problems. And that is why people, they make dramas on the internet. Even the very public figure. Because you want to divorce, but you cannot support yourself financially. And that is why I tell women, your husband may be wanting billions, but we know 100 shillings for a woman is very sure. Men, money, you don't trust them. They earn much than we earn, but they spend much than we spend. Men are very poor in money managing. And that's why you see most of the Africans and most of the African, Asians, and Arab nations. Because those nations' finance are managed by men. That family is very, 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 in a very, very critical conditions. I think one thing I love about Western nations, they understood that a wife is a manager. She managed the home. And one of her management's role is, and that's why most of the people in undeveloped nations, they think that white women, they control men. But it is very illiterate. It is illiterate. It's because they don't understand. A man in the developed nation, they know that women, they are good. Men are good to earn money. But they are very bad in knowing on how to spend money. And that is why most of the women, most of the finance are managed. Family finance are managed. Even when you go to big industries, most of men, those wise men, they intend to employ women. That is why you see most of the women, they work with money and secretary. Because they are managers back from their homes. A woman is a manager. So if you don't want to mess with your finance, if your woman is a person who can be trusted on. And that's why I do find families wanting, like, you are couples and you have different accounts. You may have your personal account and I have a personal account, but we should have a joint account where we deposit money for the family. And we have bank here. They are very good. And that's how we have bank even for the children, that me and him, we have access. And I can see when he withdraw money. And I have right to question the bank. And if it allows issues, I have a voice in that bank. So it is good that you open an account where both you and him, or both you and her, you have a voice. You keep on checking on that family account. But it's good to make a woman the manager of that account. Some people, they divorce and they are financial unstable. And those are the kind of people they feed every news on the internet. I am divorcing. I am divorcing. If you see people publishing their divorce, they are financially unstable. We don't work because our husband cannot support us. We work because we know something can happen. I know, I myself, I am a victim. I was raised by a single mother because my father, we changed ways. And it was very bad that because my father told my mother, sit at home, I manage all the business. So when he died with the business. Today it's very foolish for your husband to tell you that you sit at home. Then he employs some people, they manage his business. Don't ever agree. Don't ever agree. Even if he does not want you to work at the same place, be employed another place. Things come. What if death come? What if a divorce come? What will you do? You know nothing because you know just only to manage your house. You have never been at a place of work. Then you start publishing all over you are divorcing and if you are financially unstable, you should expect that you are starting from scratch. Every divorce that you undergo, it puts you down. And if you know that you are the kind of people that when they are put down, they cannot be able to raise themselves. And that's why you see some people, they divorce today, tomorrow they have a new one. And when you dig, 90% of them, they have problem with their finance. And this group, most of them tend to be women because they were used that they had a man who was providing for them. And that's why I crap for single women, that a woman who lives by herself, she knows the price of the toothpaste. So even when she's applying the toothpaste on her toothbrush, she knows how to squeeze it. But these fake women that are provided with everything, they squeeze that toothpaste tube anyhow. Go to a single woman home, you look at the tube of that toothpaste because she knows the cost. But this woman who is kept, she doesn't know how to ask. And that's why somebody cannot just silence me and tell me the most wicked people, the most weakest women, they're the women that are kept. You cannot even, if you don't have, imagine you are kept. A livestock is kept and you are kept. When will you grow up? But a woman, me, I love it. I love it. I found it very good with even my mother, that she was able to educate us. She was able to do her things. She did not mind about, she worked, although that is why you see, if your sister or your brother is a single woman, just as a widow or a divorced, we don't have time. Those single parents, they don't have time because we are busy. We are providing. We are trying to cover places for two, where the dad could have covered, this single woman covered. Where a mom should cover, this single dad covers. They might not have time especially when children are very young. They are very busy because the whole responsibility are on their hands. So just understand this, the business of this, because I saw it with my mother's family. They abandoned her because they think that she has kept herself off from the family. But with all these children, how could she get time to mingle with you? And if I think you lacked information and you lacked wisdom that she did not have time. It is you people who are supposed to show yourself. It is not the other way around. So if you have a relative who is a single or a widow and she has, just understand her right, she's working for two. So try to, if she doesn't have time to with your visit her. She's a busy woman, always a busy, committed, trying to make things work out. And by doing that, just understanding, it will help you. Another thing, and then the last one that may come with divorce, health issues, especially when it's come to falling in trauma and depression, especially when you are not financially stable. That issue is very, very common because you don't know where to start. Maybe you are kicked out, lawful or unlawful. If you are a woman who is the man who owe everything, then even if you go to the court, if you are a housewife, the things are his, the house is his. It is not like some nations where you are married that you have to share things with her or by halves. Some nations, they don't have such, and that is why it is very, very, very good that even before you get married, try to get these lawyers who deals with marriage issues. Try to know your right. I'm getting married in Netherlands. What are my rights? What advantage are they? To be married, what advantage to be here? We call it, when you don't have a certificate, we call it sambo. What are the issues of being a sambo? The other nation, they call it come we stay. What is the advantage of come we stay? If I have come and stay marriage, how does the law say about the come and stay marriage? So that's because some of these issues, even they arise when, like, your husband died. The family members, they may try to get your things, but if you know your rights, you'll fight for it. So it is not an easy thing. You people, you talk about it and you jovial about it, to see people leaving their homes. I'm double sure that 80-90% of these people, they try to work it out. And there you are there opening your mouth and cutting them. And you don't know how much they have struggled to try to make it work out. You don't know even they are going through. What they are going through now is much than what they can be able to handle. So it is if you have ever divorced, or you are about to divorce, or you are planning to divorce, expect to have some financial problems, because that part your partner was holding, for you to be able to support the both, especially if you cannot cooperate and share the bills, despite that you are not together, like children raising bills, it might not be easy, and that it may cause depressions, trauma. So all these things, remember, you have your own issue, and then the people, they are coming every day. You woke up, you lose people that you expect that they support you, your friends, your families. In fact, instead of being there, now they are turning against you. You go into depressions. And that is even, that's why you see even some people, when it comes to such things that one thing, when you go through divorce and separations, I would ask you to try, for the sake of your health issues, is develop. I know before you and your spouse, you had some interest that we are doing. I know that hearts are healed, you are in pain, your heart is bleeding, your minds are going like clocks, trying to put things in order. But it's very good. And now you have started in this new life you are. Try to get some other hobbies, interesting, and try to locate new friends. You are losing friends. Don't separate yourself because people have started talking shit and hating you. There are people there outside, even in the social media. Thanks today that we have social media. There are people there. When people they try to reach you, especially through social media, they don't know you. Show interest. There may be people that have experienced the same thing, and they are coming in to support you because they know what you are going through. And I think the best people that you should welcome that time are the people that have gone through what you have gone through. So, and try to rise. And that is not the time to go into a new relationship. It may end. I've seen people who lash in another new relationship even before things are solved. Because some people, they do a show up, they are trying to show the person they have divorced that I can go on. And we have done a research and we have realized that if somebody just divorced and jump in a relationship, it means that that person was cheating even the time she was in that relationship. That the moment that lady or that man started seeing things are going wrong between him or her, they started searching. So that relationship did not start today. So you can be counted, and today there are phones. We may even ask your phone, and we go through about it if there is this police case. Because we might see you with an issue of being dishonest in your marriage. So you cannot just jump from one marriage to the other. No. There are some data we can collect. Especially in developed nations, you can be sued that you have not been faithful in your marriage. So know you are right. Don't be the kind of person who will be adding salt to the wounds of the others. Mind your own business. And I think I've addressed that issue the way it's supposed to be addressed. And my name again is Helena. The YouTube channel that I'm going to publish this video is Wagarewa Jenny. That is my spiritual gift, because counseling is part of me. God have gifted me with that knowledge. So I appreciate for those people who have been there for me, supporting me. I see every time I put new video, you are there to support me, and I'm so grateful that you are always there for me. I don't take it for granted. You are my number one. Thank you so much. Continue supporting me. Continue subscribing to my YouTube channel. Continue being there for us. And we will not disappoint. We will know that we have never disappointed you. And we are not even ready to disappoint you. So keep on. Bye-bye for now.